Today let us find out the frequency of a stable multivibrator. Here at this point we take the output. Okay, and let me write the components here. Here it is RC2, here it is RC1, RB1 and RB2. Here capacitor C1 and this C2, and we have transistor Q1 and transistor Q2.
So if you see the waveform at this point B, if you see the waveform, actually we are taking our output from this point B only. Okay, you got a wave like this, some square wave like this, isn't it? So this is a square wave you got from the point B, or a collector of the second transistor. Okay, so uh, the circuit is remaining high here for a certain amount of time. Let this time be t1. I represent this time as t1. Okay, and again circuit is remaining to the lower state, that is zero, logic zero state. So I call this time as t2. Okay, and total time for this complete one wave from this to again coming back to this point, the to complete one wave, it is time taking, let it be capital T. Okay, actually to find out the frequency, what first we have to find the total time of one wave, because frequency is inversely proportional to time, f equals to 1 by t. To find out the frequency, what we need a time. What is that time? That is time taken by one complete wave. Okay, so what is actually t1 here, small t1? This is a time at which q2 is remaining off state, in off state. When q2 is off, the voltage will be higher at the point B, and it is remaining high only for certain amount of time, that is t1. Okay, that t1 is what actually, so here I will write t1 is time for which q2 is off, isn't it? Whenever q2 is off, during that time you will get the high output, you will get a higher output here. Okay, and it will be high for a certain amount of time. How long it will be in a higher state, it depends upon the how long q2 is in a off state, cutoff state. q2 in cut, how long the q2 is in a cutoff state, in that same time only your output will be in higher state. So again you can see whenever q2 is off, you can say that q1 is on state. Whenever it is off, definitely q1 is on. Okay, otherwise you can say that time for which q2 is off or q1 is on. Okay, that is equals to, actually just some calculation is there. After that you will get 0.69 r1, sorry, rb1 into c1. You got this one, just simple calculation, and after doing that you will get this value 0.69 and rb1 c1. Why rb1 and c1? If you see carefully, whenever q1 is on, capacitor the c1, they will charge, it will, this capacitor will charge through this resistor rb1. So we have to consider this resistor value rb1 and capacitor value r, that is c1. Okay, you should not take a rc1 here, you should not write rc1, only you have to take rb1 here, because the capacitor, this one is charging through this rb1, isn't it? Okay, now similarly this t2, what is this t2? This is a time taken by the this is a time for which the output will remain at the lower state, that is zero state. When it is in being zero state, when q2 is on, how long q2 is on, in that that duration of time, in that duration of time your output will be low. So you can write this one as time t2 is what, time for which q2 is on, or you can say q1 is off. Whenever q2 is on, definitely q1 will be off only. So again you can write this one as value 0.69. Here you can write rb2 and c2. Yeah, initially you consider this rb1 c1, now you consider this rb2 and this c2. Okay, so after this you can write the total time. What you can see here, total time t, capital T equals to what, t1 plus t2. So capital T equals to what, t1 plus t2. So here you can see, just substitute this value 0.69. I will take it common, and inside bracket I can write rb1 c1 plus rb2 c2. I just wrote this directly. So this one is a time for which time one wave takes. Okay, for a time for which one wave is traveling, or one wave duration. So if you consider rb1 rb1 equals to rb2 equals to r. You take rb1 and rb2 of same values, which is equals to r, and you take a c1 and c2 whose value equals to c1 equals to c2 equals to c. Then what will be this, what will this equation become? Okay, so t equals to what it becomes, 0.69 into rc plus rc. It will be 2rc. So if you multiply 0.69, it will be actually 2r into c. Now if you multiply this one, you will get its value 1.38 into rc. This is a total time for one wave. So if you want to find the frequency, f equals to 1 upon t. So it's equals to 1 divided by 1.38 into rc. Its unit is hertz. This is what the frequency of a stable multivibrator.